What's up, it's Max. Many of you know a little about dividends and may even own some dividend paying companies yourself. What you might not know is that on your first $40,000 of qualified dividends, they're not susceptible to tax. But here's where you go to stay in the know about dividends. So thanks for joining me and let's get right into it. So for those of you who might not know what the definition of a dividend is, I'm going to read it right from my computer now. So a dividend is a sum of money paid regularly, typically quarterly, in parentheses, by a company to its shareholders out of its profits or reserves. Definition 2 is a number to be divided by another number. So this term isn't necessarily unique to stocks, but it's generally tied to dividend paying companies. What's so great about dividends is that you literally have to do nothing after purchasing, and money will come into your brokerage every single quarter, or depending on the investment, sometimes monthly. That is if you choose not to reinvest, and that will be our first topic after you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I said smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Or whatever. So the first topic is going to be reinvesting versus not reinvesting. And this is kind of controversial, but I would say for the vast majority, I would say 99% of people, dividend reinvestment is the best way to go. Setting up dividend reinvestment is the best way to go just because you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to look in your brokerage, see how much I have, and then allocate that to something else or just buy it back. You can just automatically route it right to it, just completely mindlessly every single month, or every single month or 3 months. You don't even worry about it. It just goes right back into that company and instantly earns you more appreciation. So if you go to a compound interest calculator, I'll have a picture up on the screen. You can obviously see that if you compound $10 over the course of however many years, it'll accrue a lot less than $11. And that's kind of the principle with dividend reinvestment, is that that extra dollar that gets reinvested at that every quarter makes a huge difference in the overall performance of your portfolio. So as you can see, the difference is quite significant, but there are some reasons as to not reinvesting, and here's why. A situation where this may occur is if you rely solely on your dividend income for monthly expenses like rent, groceries, gas, your mortgage, anything like that. This could either happen by a complete lump sum investment or just piling up dividends over time and just leaving your job, retiring, and now you have this great amount of cash that you pull out of your brokerage every 4 months or every 3 months and use that for your expenses. Another reason that you might choose to not reinvest is if your risk tolerance, if your stock goes up in value and then your risk tolerance kind of dwindles, and you don't want to put any more money in that stock, you see a better investment out in the market, so you put that excess dividend income into that new investment and live off that. So as you can see, there's a slew of very particular ways to use that dividend income other than reinvesting, but you're here to build your wealth, and that's why you will likely find a way to afford dividend reinvestment. So qualified versus unqualified dividends. So now let's talk about what makes a dividend qualified or unqualified after you smash the like button. This is serious. This is a serious issue. A lot of like buttons go gray, and I'm here to change that. And you're here to change that. All jokes aside, there is a specific formula that most companies follow, but this does vary greatly from company to company. So I'm gonna have to read this right off my phone because I do not remember this. So if a company is from the US or has certain ties to the US, it can very well be a qualified dividend. If the company pays US taxes, it may also be a qualified dividend, but again, this varies greatly from company to company. The dividend holder could also be in the situation where the stock isn't qualified and turns into a qualified. This generally happens after 60 days for common stock and 90 days for preferred stock. And again, I probably sound like a broken record, but this really varies from company to company. So I would definitely just research the ticker, and as you can imagine, and as I stated earlier, the benefits of qualified versus unqualified dividend is simply the taxes you pay in stock. Correction, at the end of the year. My final bit of advice would just be to, let's say you're looking for Coca-Cola. Just type in, is Coca-Cola a qualified dividend? Question mark, enter, look at the first thing that people say, Google says people also ask, and it'll probably be there or somewhere. You should be able to find it within a minute, 2 minutes, at the very tops 5 minutes. You should be able to find if that dividend is qualified, or if that company qualifies as a qualified dividend. Bonus section. So I know we didn't learn about this, but if you were to guess, are REITs, so REITs, Real Estate Investment Trust, are REITs qualified or unqualified? And I'll give you a couple seconds to answer this. Time's up. Unfortunately, they are not qualified dividends. No REITs are qualified dividends, unfortunately. It sucks, but and you would think with all the tax benefits of real estate, you would think that if anything in the stock market would be tax-free, you would think it would be real estate investment trusts. But I guess that's just not how the world works, and we're just gonna have to learn to deal with it. So my last final bit of advice would just be invest in blue chip stocks that you know are qualified dividends or gonna turn into qualified dividends. Be consistent, turn on reinvestment, and just watch your portfolio grow over the course of however many years you have to invest. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you could hit the like button, it greatly helps out my tiny channel. I'm gonna be posting some more videos in the near future, so stay tuned. I have my website linked down below. I also have a couple other links. You should join Morning Brew. Morning Brew is, well, I'll have a link down below. You can see it for yourself. Free newsletter, it's awesome. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.